Hi students, this is the third topic in the first unit. The topic is History of Embedded Systems. So in the previous lectures, we discussed about what is an embedded system and what are the difference between general purpose computing system and embedded system. So here we are discussing about the history of embedded system. Okay, so if you are looking into the history, we can see two types of embedded system. Okay, so which was using a microcontroller or a microprocessor, or without using a microprocessor or a microcontroller. Okay, so in the previous days, okay, the microcontroller or the ICs were invented in 1958. Okay, but it was not used in this embedded system until 1965. Okay, so previously we are using what normal type of embedded system. Okay, so the first modern embedded system that we can identify is the Apollo guidance computer. So all of you know about Apollo rocket or space vehicle. Okay, so what is the peculiarity of that space vehicle? So it helped the astronomers Neil Armstrong to land on the moon. Okay, so that was the peculiarity of what Apollo work or space work. Okay, so inside that Apollo rocket, one of the important part is Apollo guidance computer. So you can see the image of Apollo guidance computer here. Okay, so what is the peculiarity or what is the function of this Apollo guidance computer inside the rocket? So it is used to collect flight information, collect flight information like longitude, latitude, speed, pressure, temperature. All these things will be collected using this Apollo guidance computer, and based on these inputs, it will automatically control the navigational functions. Okay, so that is the peculiarity of what this Apollo guidance computer. Okay, so it will automatically collect the information and it will automatically control the navigation based on the information it is collecting. Okay, the direction will change. Navigation means what? The direction of the rocket will change. Okay, so it was developed in early 1963. Okay, so where it was developed? It was developed in MIT Instrumentation Lab. Okay, so MIT means what? Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So that is a prestigious organization in USA. Okay, there the first embedded system is developed. Okay, so the team leader for the development of this embedded system was Charles Stark Draper. Okay, Charles Stark Draper was the chief scientist in developing what? This embedded system. So this is a combined work of alumni students of MIT and staff of MIT. Okay, they worked together to develop this Apollo guidance computer. Okay, so this Apollo guidance computer helped Apollo and the astronomers to land on the moon. So that is a peculiarity of what? This Apollo guidance computer. This is the first modern embedded system. First modern embedded system. The type of embedded system that we are using now. Then what are the peculiarity? What is inside this Apollo guidance computer? So this Apollo guidance computer consists of two modules. One is command module and the second one is lunar excursion module. Okay, One is command module and second one is what? Lunar excursion module. Okay, so this command module give instruction for the navigation. Okay, second one is lunar excursion module. So it will help this device to rotate, circle around the moon. That is what is called what? Lunar excursion module. So this guidance computer consists of command module and lunar excursion module. Okay, the RAM size, the primary memory is 2 kilowords. Okay, so at that time the word size is around what? 8 bit. 8-bit words we are using. Okay, 2 KB, we can say like a 2 KB, 2 kilobytes. Then the ROM size is 10 KB. Okay, so we can imagine how small it is. So because if you compare with the current day system, we are using, even our smartphones are having what? 6 GB, 8 GB, 12 GB of memory. Okay, the ROM size is also increased, 128 GB, 256 GB memory is there in our handheld devices itself. Okay, so now the memory capacity, everything is increased, but initially, okay, at that time for that particular application, this much memory was what? Sufficient. Okay, and the clock frequency was 1.024 megahertz. Okay, and it used, as I told you, that time we didn't use any ICs. Okay, we used 5000 numbers of 3 input RTL logic NOR gates, NOR gates. Okay, for the development of this computer. Okay, it consists of, the user interface is a keyboard. We can give input to the Apollo guidance computer using what? A display or keyboard. Okay, display come keyboard device will be there, that is DSKY. So we can give an input to the Apollo guidance computer through this keyboard. Okay, so these are the peculiarities of Apollo guidance computer. That was the first modern computer that developed. Okay, so it was developed by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Next one is Autonetics D17 guidance computer. Autonetics D17 guidance computer. So what is the difference between these two? Okay, we are saying like that was the first one. Apollo guidance computer was the first one. This is a mass produced embedded system. Mass produced embedded system. What is meant by mass produced? They produced thousands of this embedded system. Okay, but for Apollo guidance for Apollo we need what? Only one Apollo guidance computer is enough, because we are launching what? Only one rocket. For what purpose this Autonetics D17 guidance computer was used? It was used in Minuteman missile, Minuteman 1 missile. Okay, so it was developed in the year 1961. Okay, and as I told you, okay, we were not using ICs at that time. Okay, so it was built around transistors and hard disk, transistors and memory. Okay, understood? Okay, okay, so I previously told you the history of ICs, integrated circuits. Okay, so in 1958 we invented IC. Okay, but these ICs were not used in this embedded system until 1963 or something. Okay, after 1963 only they started using these ICs. Okay, but Minuteman 2 incorporated ICs in its production. The next version of Minuteman missile, they used what? ICs for its production. Okay, so this is all about the history of embedded system. Okay, then if you say the history, like after this thing, so this is the first thing we are discussing, first embedded system and first mass produced embedded system we are discussing. Okay, then afterwards what happened? Okay, if you look into the history, what happened, we developed a very important microprocessor called 8086. Okay, Intel 8086. So that is having what, so many features like pipelining. Okay, so many features are there. Okay, so all these currently using microprocessors or processors or CPUs, they are using the same technology as of what, 8086. That's why still we are studying about what, 8086 processor. Then they developed a 8051 microcontroller. Okay, they developed a 8051 microcontroller developed. Okay, then if you look into some 90s, okay, 90s, they developed another one microcontroller called peripheral interface controller, PIC, PIC microcontroller. So PIC microcontroller was used in so many devices. Okay, then again ARM processors were developed in 2000 range. ARM processors were developed. Then Atmega processors were, Atmega controllers were there. Okay, then after some 2008 2009 we were using what, Arduino is there. Okay, development board Atmega, with the Atmega microcontroller we have Arduino development boards are there. Okay, we can develop embedded system using that development board. Then another one mini computer is evolved, that is Raspberry Pi is there. Okay, so these are the developments that happened. So along with that, the RAM size and ROM size increased simultaneously. Okay, the size of the RAM, so now we reached what, 32 GB RAM we are using in a system, high-end systems. Okay, even in small mobile phones also we are using what, some 16 GB, 12 GB, 8 GB, minimum 4 GB is required for running Android nowadays. Okay, so this, all these things happened because of the development of IC technology, the development of integrated circuit, small scale integration, large, very large scale integration, VLSI technology. So nowadays we are using what, ULSI technology, ultra large scale integrations. Millions of transistors are, and other devices, other components are incorporated inside an IC. Okay, so this is how these ICs, microprocessors and microcontrollers evolved. Okay, so along with this evolution, embedded systems are also evolved. Okay, so whenever these ICs are evolving, embedded systems are also evolving. So previously one radio was of very big size, the size of a room. Okay, so now it is in the size of what, a pen. Okay, in pen also we can incorporate what, one radio, FM radio. Okay, so in pocket we can keep a radio. Okay, if you have a earphone or headphone, then you can hear the music anywhere, anytime. Okay, so this is all about the history of embedded systems. Okay, so thank you for listening to this lecture. I hope you understood this topic. So if you have any doubts, then you can contact me in this email ID. Okay, students, bye.